I don't know. All right, you leaders. Here we are, all at home, and we just can't go anywhere. We're stuck because of coronavirus. So I've got these videos for you guys. Okay, I've made these videos. I'm hoping they will work. I'm new at this, but you're new at it too. We don't know what we're doing. But here we go. These are math videos. I'll try to make videos maybe for language. Maybe we'll use our email to get a hold of each other, to talk back and forth. Maybe we'll even just go on Google and we'll go to our Google Drive. And on our Google Drive, maybe we'll have a Google Doc and we can type back and forth to each other and keep a big long conversation going. That would be fun. Nice conversation on there, and we could practice our language so you don't have to feel like you're not getting any education while this coronavirus thing is going on. Okay, so here we go. This is order of operations. This is something that you learned with me last week before they canceled school. Last week we talked about order of operations, and we were just about to start something called integers in order operations when they shut the schools. So this is a little review for you. And then after that, we'll go and maybe you can try some homework. I'll give you some math sheets you can work on, and we can figure out a way of checking your work and seeing how you're doing, right? We do all that. We'll find ways of connecting. So let's go back and review what is order of operations. Okay? Order of operations, when I asked you in class, you said order means things like first, second, third, and fourth, right? Today we have 4 items in the agenda. First, we do blah, blah. Second, we do blah, blah. Third, fourth. This is order, right? Operations, that's what you learned with me since September about multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, right? The plus and the minus, all these things, the times. These all have to go in the right order in math, okay? So you can't just go left to right like when you read a book. You have to go in the right order. So order of operations is the rules for what to do first, second, third, and so on. Good? Okay, so we will go slow like this tortoise as we learn about order of operations. Here are some of the rules. These rules use a made-up word in red there called MDAS. Okay? MDAS isn't a real word, but it helps you remember what order to do your operations in first. Multiplying and dividing, M and D, they have to be done before you do addition and subtraction, the A and the S. Okay, so MDAS, multiply, divide first, add, subtract second. What do I do first? Do I do multiply or divide first? Well, it depends. That means in English, it may be sometimes multiply first, maybe sometimes divide first, okay? How do you know which one to do? Okay, here's where you think about which one comes first, which is furthest to the left. When you read a book, you start from the left and you go to the right. So which is first, the multiply or the divide? You look and you see. Same with add and subtract. You make a decision, you decide, which to do first. There's adding and subtracting. Well, if the subtracting is on the left-hand side, then you do that first. Okay, so these are the rules for MDAS. Okay, look at this question here at the top of the screen. It's 5 plus 3 times 7. There are 2 ways here, right, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, but which one is correct? Both the same question, but look, the answers are different. The answers are different because in the one on the left, they started with the plus first. See? 5 plus 3 equals 8 in the next line. And then the times 7 you bring down. 8 times 7 is 56. But on the right-hand side of the screen, you've got 5 plus 3 times 7. They do 3 times 7 first. They do the multiplication first. 3 times 7 is 21, see? And then they add the 5 to the 21 and they get 26. Two completely different answers, but it's the same math problem. So you have to do the order of operations correctly, otherwise you get the wrong answer. Which one's the right one? There you go. Right? The one on the right is the correct one because it starts with multiplying before it does the adding. Okay? All right, let's practice. Try this one. Now, one of the things while we're looking on computers and we're working maybe on your phone or you're watching a video, you can pause the video. You can stop it. You can rewind it. You can watch it again. So this will be good for your math. Try the question in yellow. 10 minus 4 times 2. Okay, let's see. We do the multiplication first, right? 4 times 2. We turn that into an 8. The other things in the second line, we just copy out. We don't change it. We just copy it down. So it becomes 10 minus 8. And then 10 minus 8 in the third line equals 2. Try this one. 4 times 8 plus 5. Which comes first? Multiplication and division. That's right. We don't do the adding and subtracting until all the multiplying and dividing is done. You try it, pause it. Okay, let's see what you got. That's right. 4 times 8 is first. That's 32. So we bring the 32 down and we just copy the plus 5. We don't change it. We do one step at a time. Just like when you're walking, you take one step at a time. If you try to take more than one step, you go, you fall down, right? Same with here. You can't do order of operations without showing the order in which you did things, right? First I do this, second I do this, third I do this. Order of operations is not, I'm going to do it all at the same time, because that's not order. We do step by step by step. We show our work, okay? Try this one. 13 divided by 3 times 2. Pause it, think about it, which one comes first? That's right, division comes first. Multiplying and dividing, division is on the left, so we start with it first. Look at that. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and then you just go times 2. It's 12. Okay, try this one. Which comes first, right? We don't have any multiplying or dividing. So we're going to go back to addition and subtraction. And the adding and subtraction, which one's on the left? That's right, it's the plus, it's the addition. So 4 plus 6 is 10. We just copy the minus 1 down into the second line. So it becomes 10 minus 1, and then it becomes 9. Try this one. 16 divided by 4 minus 3. Pause it, see if you can figure it out, and then check your work. Here's your answer. 16 divided by 4 turns into 4. We just bring the 3 down, right? Bring the minus 3 down. And then this next line is 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 equals 1. See the nice steps? Step by step, show the order. That's going to make you good in math. Okay, try this one. 4 plus 18 divided by 3 times 2. Which do you do first? Do you do the plus? No, you don't do the plus. You knew that. You're going to start with the division first because it comes before adding and subtracting. Here it comes before the multiplying because, that's right, because it comes on the left. Okay, let's see. 4 plus, we just copy that down, 18 divided by 3 is 6, times 2, right? 4 plus 2, or 4 plus 12, 16. Okay, try this one. Which comes first? Pause it and figure it out. That's right, 36. right? 4 times 9, multiplication comes first. So we change it to 36. Everything else we just copy the same. We don't touch it. We go step by step by step. The next thing we do is we go to the left. The first thing on the left is the subtraction. So we do subtraction. 60 minus 36 equals 24 plus 7, 31. Good. Here's a long line. Let's look at this together. 60 minus 10 plus 4 times 5 divided by 2. Which to do first? That's right, we do the division first. Oh, no, we do the multiplication first, right? The multiplication first. 4 times 5 equals what? 20. Then we carry all the other stuff down into the next line. We don't touch it. Then we move to the division, right? So 20 divided by 2 is 10. Put that down, and then we just follow it down. We get 60. You getting the hang of this? I think you're getting the hang of this. Okay, I understand how to do it now, but I don't know what it means. Can you show me? This is what the turtle is asking. The tortoise wants us to go very slow because he's slow. So yeah, you know these long lines, but the math that we're learning is kind of like a story. This is what it actually means. So here's an example of a equation. 2 plus 3 times 2 equals 8. This is like a math sentence. It's like a story. What's the story? Well, there's a man, and the man has a bunch of boxes, and he wants to put them on his truck. He starts off and he has 3 times 2 boxes. What's 3 times 2 boxes? That's 6 boxes. See how it goes? 3 along the bottom, 2 along the side. 3 rows, 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, that equals 6. But then he wants to add an extra 2. So 2 plus 3 times 2. 2 plus 6. How many boxes is that? 8 boxes. He puts the 8 boxes on his truck and away he goes. That's a math story, right? Let's look at another math story using order of operations. Here's that same man. He needs to eat. He's very skinny. But he's getting on a boat. He's going to take his boxes on a boat. How many boxes does he have before he begins going across the river? Looks like he has 9 boxes, right? 3 times 3? 3 across and 3 down. 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then he's like, you know what? This is too many boxes. I'm being greedy here. I'm going to take 1 box out. So he takes that bottom box. And they all spill, kind of, because it's kind of dumb taking the bottom box, but he does. So the math sentence is 3 times 3 minus 1 for the box he takes away. Then he goes across the river. How many boxes does he have in his boat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 times 3 minus 1 equals 8. Do you see the story? The math written out as numbers doesn't look like a story. But when we think about it, we can make a story about it. And then it can kind of make sense to you what you're doing. Let's try one more math story. Look at here. Hey, Natter, here's a pizza. Me and him. Natter and I, we get a pizza. All right? Natter's like, oh, I love pizza, Mr. Steele. Oh, good. So then Natter goes to wash his hands. Corona. Mr. Steele's already got clean hands. So when Natter's away, I eat 3 pieces. The pizza's cut up into 8 pieces. So 1 whole pizza is cut up into 8 pieces. I've eaten 3 pieces. I've eaten 3 out of the 8. 3 out of 8, right? Or 3/8, or 3 divided by 8. See? Remember how the division line here, but where your numerators here and your denominators here can mean the same as divide? Right. So here's the line of math. 1, that's 1 whole pizza, minus, I eat it up, right? 3 out of 8. 3 out of the 8 pieces. or 3/8 of the pizza. Mr. Steele eats. How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/8 for Matt, or he can eat the rest. Okay? That's a math sentence. That's a math story. Okay, so that's our first lesson together. I want you to go and practice, practice, practice. We've practiced this stuff already, but if you want to review, I'm going to try to get some review sheets up for you to look at, find out some way of doing it, and we'll have some fun with it. Okay, so let me see if I can figure out to remember how to stop this thing.